No medication was working. I wanted to leave the world, but now I'm putting up a fight for my mental health. I was around 9 years old when it first came to the surface, and I felt like the struggles that I was facing wasn't necessarily what goes hand in hand with being a 9-year-old child in secondary school, so I often felt really isolated from the people I was friends with. I'd been diagnosed with borderline personality disorder by my children's psychiatrist. I honestly didn't really have anybody to turn to. My struggles definitely got worse as I grew older, and I started to become more self-aware and started to gain more insight into my struggles. It made it feel worse because I knew exactly what was going on with me and I had no idea how to stop it. So on the 26th of October 2022, that was probably one of the worst days of my life. I tried to jump off of Westminster Bridge in London. I was found by the police, which I'm now grateful for, but back then it had made me so angry. I got detained under the Mental Health Act and I would remain sectioned for the next 10 months. I remember that day so clearly, even now. I just remember thinking, I can't go on like this anymore, and I'd made a plan to just go and end my life. I remember arriving at the unit. It was 250 miles away. I think that's when it dawned on me that I wasn't going to be able to get back out. Those doors were locked and I had no control over when I'd be able to go home again. In psychiatric hospitals, they do tend to just resort to drugs as their first solution. I've been placed on so many different medications. Sometimes literally days apart, they would go, no, that's not working, let's put you on another one. The ones that I was on were antipsychotics, antidepressants, and benzodiazepines. For a really long time, I'd had a personality disorder label slapped on me. Professionals look at it a certain way. But when I met this psychiatrist in the adult ward, he met with me a few times and immediately just went, I don't think you have borderline personality disorder at all. In my head, I was like, well, if I don't have BPD, then am I just crazy? Like, what's going on? And that was the psychiatrist that started treating me for bipolar disorder. So bipolar is sort of a chemical imbalance that can actually be balanced out by medication, whereas BPD needs more of a therapeutic approach to it. So I was discharged from my 10-month admission in August 2023. As someone that had become sort of so desperate to take their lives, getting to a week and then getting to a month was insane because I'd forgotten what it felt like to be able to live. And I ended up getting to 100 days suicide attempt free to get to the point where I was standing in London on a bridge that for years I would have just tried to throw myself off of, to now just being able to look around and think, I think I might have actually turned things around this time. And it was just honestly one of the best feelings ever. I am seen. Are you?